if by the time we INEC go to realize wetin dey eat am this 2023, e eye go clear. And I believe say this 2023 election, e go put symbol for the way we be see Nigeria politicians they take like buruburu. But mona come, God, how e be now? How you take create this word wey be say bad people, wicked people, evil people, even for walking stick, they still wicked? How? This is too much. People that are so heartless like this, God, waiting be the secret. Is it that you like the wicked people or what? Upon everything what they do to people for Africa, sometimes I don't understand. It beats my imagination to see granny that's supposed to be taken care of is not the one dragging a post of his grandchildren. Nigeria.
Award-winning writer and renowned novelist Chimamanda Adichie yesterday ramped up her criticism of the conduct of the 2023 presidential election, maintaining that President Muhammadu Buhari and the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, blew the chance to emerge the new heroes of Nigeria's fledgling democracy. The novelist also noted that while Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka still has her respect, the playwright's assessment of the poll was incorrect. Adichie maintained that INEC's excuse that there were technical glitches in real-time uploading of presidential election results was unbelievable, insisting that it was done on purpose to manipulate the outcome of the election. She pointed out that one of the most glaring evidences of the manipulation of the poll were mutilated election sheets and polling unit agents publicly speaking about how results from the polling units were different from official announcements. Well, Dr. Abati, INEC has responded to the petitions made by parties to the Election Tribunal, and of course yesterday on Prime Time we had Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie on the show with her comments there. Your thoughts on this?
Okay, a basic principle in any legal matter is that you must hear the other side for purpose of justice, balance, equity, and the principle is called audi alteram partem. You must hear the other side. So it is to be expected that INEC, having been joined as a respondent in the petition by the Labour Party, and Mr. Peter Obi, would file its own response. And it's not only INEC that has filed a response. The APC and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of that party, declared president-elect, also filed a response to that petition. But the one, that you introduce is the response of INEC. And INEC, through Mahmoud SAN, its counsel, in responding, has said that, look, the prayers, the reliefs sought by the Labour Party should not be granted by the court, to the extent that they are, in the view of INEC, nebulous, anachronistic, academic, vague, ungrantable, unsustainable, very robust, very, long delivery of adjectives there coming from Mahmoud SAN in the response. And what are these, grounds of petition by the Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi? One, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not validly elected, and did not have the majority number of votes cast in that election conducted on February 25. Two, that Shetima, is, running mate, had a double nomination, one for a senatorial seat and then the other one for the presidential race, which would seem to be a violation, or which is, a violation of the Electoral Act. Three, that the election was marred by rigging and manipulations. Four, that INEC did not follow its own regulations and guidelines, and that INEC ended up, in fact, violating its own enabling laws and even the Constitution. And to that extent, Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi had argued in their petition that the election was not properly conducted. what was the relief sought? The relief sought was that, Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party should be declared winner of that particular election. So INEC now says, look, Labour Party has no case to present. And that's one of the reasons that Mahmoud Essien was pointing out, is that Labour Party did not even have enough polling agents, that there was a shortfall in terms of the polling agents provided in all the 176,846 polling units, that Labour Party didn't live up to expectation by over 41 polling agents, and therefore that the Labour Party cannot complain about representation. And that in any case, Mr. Peter Obi cannot claim to have won that election because INEC points out in its response, he doesn't have, 1/4 of the votes in 2/3 of the states, and he did not even get the majority of the votes. So, but it's for the, tribunal to look at this response against the, petition and the relief sought by the petitioners, in this case, Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi. And I refer to the response by the APC. The APC has also responded. And the APC, in their own response, just saying basically that, in fact, Mr. Peter Obi was not even a candidate in that election. And that therefore, he has no grounds to even raise a protest. And their point is that it's with reference to Section 77 of the Electoral Act, 77(1)(2)(3), and that Mr. Peter Obi, as of the time he joined the Labour Party on May 27 and became the candidate of that party on May 30, he was already, he was still a member of the People's Democratic Party, and that you cannot be in two places at the same time. That would be a violation of Section 77(3) of the Electoral Act, which requires political parties, conventions. So a technical point there, but again, it's for the tribunal to look at that. APC also argues further that Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party had complained about a certain $460,000 that, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu